Hi, folks. It's Eurovision Ireland, and we're back with another one of our reviews about the songs of the 2024 Eurovision Song Contest. This is our fifth of six shows. So if you've not seen the other four, they're up on YouTube somewhere. Go find them and see what you think. Right, I'll introduce the gang first. We've got Sarah,
Hi everyone.
Richard,
Hi.
we've got Bogdan,
Hi, everyone.
and we've got James,
Hi, everyone.
and me, John, and Staggy, who keeps running around. And he's apparently become an even bigger star of Instagram and TikTok. So look at our stuff on those channels as well. Right, this one takes a more Mediterranean appearance about it. I'll rattle through the countries now. Alphabetical order first. First, we've got Cyprus, Greece, Israel, Malta, Portugal, and San Marino. Now, at the start, we're going to say that we're looking at these songs objectively. There's no side, no political agenda. We're looking at the songs as songs, nothing more than that. No agenda. Agree or disagree with us if you will, but that's how we're taking things, just for the avoidance of doubt. Right, so we're going to start out west. We're going to start with Portugal. They've sent a song in Portuguese, and it's called Grito, and it's by Yolanda, which she's co-written with Alberto Hernandez. This has been performed in the first semi-final, song number 14. So a nice, good late draw for Portugal. And it's over to Bogdan.
Thank you, John. Well, Yolanda is doing a brilliant job singing a very, like in my point of view, is what Portugal does best. It's a heartfelt song. She's singing beautifully with conviction. It's an emotional song. And I think even everything is all the staging and everything, it's perfect for Eurovision. However, saying that, I have a big question mark to be a song that it's, I don't know, popular with televotes, because first we have to go through the semifinals. You need to be able to sing it along or to maybe be more memorable. And I'm afraid this fails a bit short in that category, because I've listened to the song many times, but I cannot hold the tune. I cannot remember how to sing it. So I'm not sure if the televote will just appreciate the art of it, or will it remember the song? We shall see. Obviously, its position in the semifinal is quite good, so let's hope, fingers crossed, but I have some doubts.
Thanks, Bogdan. Now, as you can see from our previous shows, we're going to give each song our own personal score out of 10. So the maximum available of 50 and the minimum available of 0. We hope no one gets 0, because they're all talented people and they deserve points. So Bogdan, what is your score for Portugal?
I will give it a solid 6.
A solid 6, thank you. Richard, I'll come to you next. What's your score for Portugal?
5.
5, thank you. It's getting a 6 off me too. Sarah?
6.
6. And finally, James?
It's a 6 from me as well.
6. That scores a nice steady 29. Not bad. Not bad, more than half. Right, next we're going to go to San Marino. I believe that's over to James. Away you go.
Right, so Cyprus this year, it's the band Megara and the song Onte Onte, or 11:11 if you prefer. Good old San Marino. You're never quite sure what they're going to do next. And I always sort of look forward to seeing what they can offer. This year, if it was any other country, in particular if it was Spain, because it's a song being sung in Spanish, are quite strong flamenco influences and rock, I'd be saying this might be one that would sort of do very well. The fact that it's been sent by San Marino immediately puts it at disadvantage, which pains me to say it because I love San Marino as a country and as a Eurovision nation, but the maths just is against them at this point. I think if they can capture what they did on the video, you know, that sort of really freak out party, everyone having the time of their lives, then I think that will get the audience in the arena going wild, and I think that will come across well on the screen. I would like to see this do well because it's a solid piece of music. I still fear for its chances purely because it's San Marino.
Thanks, James. And of course, I had to point out that It's been written by Isar Duarte, Ramon Salamondo, Roberto Lalueta Ruiz, and Sara Jimenez Moral, who are Spanish. It's in the semi-final 2, song number 10. All right. Now, James, after that, you're going to have to give it a score out of 10. So where do we go?
I'm going to give it a 5.
5. Thank you. And I'm going to come to Bogdan next.
I was thinking the same thing of 5.
5. Okay. And Rich?
I'm going to give it a 7.
7. Okay. It's getting a 6 from me. And Sarah?
I'm going with a 5.
5. So my quick calculations give that 28. It's close. Close, as you'll see where the scores are written. Moving on, we're going to Cyprus next. Just wait for the flag to appear.
I dropped it on the floor. Eagle-eyed viewers will notice I don't have my flags with me here in Malmo, so I'm having to improvise.
Now, this song is called Liar. It's sung in English by Celia Lapsis, and it's been written by Dimitris Kontopoulos and Elke Teal, and it's the first song in the first semi-final. So Tuesday night, when you tune in, this is the first song you will hear. And I'm throwing this one over to Sarah.
Right, well, after seeing Cyprus last year with Andrew Lambro, and I thought this was a refreshing change from sort of the Cyprus every year sending the girls singer with the pop banger. And I was just seriously thinking they're going away from this now, so hopefully we'll see something similar to last year. Then I admit to feeling quite disappointed when I saw Celia's selection, because I felt that Cyprus are going back to that sort of that girl singer, pop, banger sort of type of song, which we know Cyprus very well for by now. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the song per se. It's very easy on the ear to listen to. My only sort of fear for it is, are going to people going to think, yeah, this is another one. This is another very, very familiar feeling with Cyprus over again. And I think it has got its in its favour. I know it's going first in the running order. That might not be such a bad thing because it's a good opener to a show. And it's going to be very televoter friendly. I'm not so sure about the juries, but it'll be interesting to see whether Cyprus get through to the final this year.
Okay. Thank you, Sarah. So what's your score for Cyprus?
I'm going to give it a 7.
7. Okay, thank you. James, over to you.
I'm going to give this an 8. I really enjoy this. It's something we've seen a lot of times before, but I still enjoy it.
Okay, and Bogdan?
It's a grow on me. I have to give it a 7.
7. Okay. Richard?
I'm not a fan, so it's a 3.
3. Ooh. And it's going to get a 7 from me. So that gives a score of 32 out of 50. Okay, song number 4 in this show. We're going as far east as we can do on the Med to Israel. Now, as I say, there's no political agenda to this. We're going to judge it as a song and nothing more. It's called Hurricane, and it's been performed by Eden Golan, and it's been written by Avi Hayon, Karen Pelez, and Stav Beger. Bogdan, what are your views on the song from Israel?
Well, what can I say? Eden is a very talented singer, and I was quite curious to see what Israel is going to send this year. And when I first saw this, heard the song, I actually cried. So for me, it's quite an emotional song, and the lyrics are beautiful. I like how she connects with the lyrics, and she has a powerful voice. For me, it's one of the best ballads that we have this year. So I quite enjoy it. I'm curious to see what's going to happen in Malmo, but I think it's a really beautiful song.
Thank you, Bogdan. Now, judging the song, what is your score for Israel?
I'm going to give it a 9.
9. Okay. And Richard?
It's not a grower for me, it's a 3.
3. Okay. I think it's worthy of a 7. So it's getting 7 out of me. And Sarah?
I give it a 6.
6. And finally, James?
I give it a 7 as well. She's a very powerful voice.
A 7. So that 2 gives it a score of 32. Close one, this one. Right, where are we going next? Two more songs to go, and the next one is Greece. Just wait for the card to appear. Now, this one is Zari, and it's been performed by Marina Sati, and she's co-written this song with 9 other people. We're not going to go through the other nine, but they know who they are. Now, this is the third song in the second semi-final, so an early draw on Thursday evening. And this one is for me. Now, I'm not sure what to make of it. I do like the Eastern European and the Aegean sound. I do like that one. Bit of ethnic. There's nothing, nothing wrong in my opinion. But this one, I just don't get. I really just don't get it at all. There's a lot going off. It seems to jump quite clumsily from rhythm A to rhythm B to rhythm C to rhythm A, and it just doesn't seem to gel. And it may be just the arrangement in the video, but it just doesn't sound as polished as it could do. Maybe when we see them in rehearsal, they will have got it stage ready. But based on what I've seen, I want to like it because it's Greek and I don't mind a bit of ethnic Greek music, but I'm finding myself not liking it that much, really. It's a shame, really, because we know that Greece can do really well in this thing. Anyway, I'm going to give it a score, and my score out of 10 is 4, I'm afraid. Sorry. Sarah, what's your score for Greece?
I'm going to give it a 3. It's not really my cup of tea this year.
Okay, thank you. And James?
I'm giving it a 4 purely because it's an earworm and it does get into your head whether you want it to or not.
Okay, there's that, yeah. And Bogdan?
So first I didn't like it, then I like it, then I didn't like it, then I like it, then I'm so confused. So I'm gonna give it a 6.
A 6. Okay, thank you, Bogdan. And finally, Richard?
Prove me wrong, but it's a 1 for me.
1.
Ooh.
Wow, someone's being harsh tonight. That one scores 18. 18 out of 50. Thank you. Right, that leaves one country left, which is the Mediterranean's happiest rock. It's Malta. Now that song is called Loop, and it's being performed by Sarah Bonici, and she too has co-written this song with 9 other people, two of which at least have written another song in this year's song contest, but we'll come on to them later. And I'm throwing this one over to Richard.
Right, so based on the official video, it's quite a flamboyant start that Sarah has. It simmers down a bit in the verses, but picks up in the choruses, so it's a bit of a dancing number. While upbeat, I don't find it that memorable, and for that reason, will they qualify? It's a bit of a sort of 10th, 11th position, I think. When you think the busker last year, that was a bit of a dancing number, but that wasn't memorable either, so yeah, Malta, I don't think it's your year again, I'm afraid.
Okay, thanks, Rich. And I should point out that this is the opening song in the second semi-final on the Thursday evening. So an early draw. But yes, what is your score?
I just hope it will qualify. Number 5 points.
5. Okay, thank you. I'll go next, and I too am going to give it a 5 points. Sarah?
I'm going to give it 5.
5. Steady going off here. James?
It's a 3 from me. It's not my favourite this year.
Okay. And finally, Bogdan?
Same 3 from me. I don't get it. I don't like it. Sorry.
Okay. So that one scores 21 out of 50. So you'll see the scores for these 6 songs somewhere on the screen, maybe bottom right. And we'll sign off shortly, but I've just got to ask the question, could there be a winner out of this selection of 6 songs, or could there even be a classic that we'll be listening to in years to come? I'll start with Sarah.
Unfortunately, with this batch of songs, I can't see either a classic or a winner here.
Thanks, Sarah. James, what are your views?
I don't see a winner in this group. I see a classic in the sense that there is possibly a song that will still be talked about years from now.
Interesting, interesting. Bogdan?
I definitely don't see any winners in this lot. Maybe classics, but winners, not a chance.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. And Richard?
I'll be honest, I don't see either a winner or a classic in this bunch, I'm afraid.
Thank you. Yeah, I think we've yet to see stage performances, but I think judging by the videos, the preview videos we've got to go on, we might struggle. But again, there could be one that gets through that becomes memorable for other reasons. Probably work out which one it is. Anyway, we're going to sign off now. Don't forget we've got show 6 coming up soon, which reviews the final 7 songs that we've not touched on yet. So it's goodbye from Sarah.
Bye, everyone.
And James.
Bye, everyone.
And Bogdan.
Bye, everyone.
And Richard.
Bye, everyone.
And me, and star of TikTok and Instagram, Staggy. So all the best. Thanks and bye.